Well, hello model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ralph. And here I'm going to share one of my stalled projects with you. This is, let me wipe the dust off of it actually. Been sitting around for quite some time actually. I believe I got it marked 2007, but it's kind of not really the case. I think that's, not really sure when I actually started this. I had all these thoughts and plans, but I think that might have been when I actually started working on it. Now, I was talking about kits that have intimidated me, and this is one that stalled for those particular reasons. Of course, this is a Corvette Grand Sport from Accurate Miniatures, and it's an old kit. It's actually from this particular version, 1995, right here. And it's a really cool kit with a lot of really cool stuff in it. And I got these. I got a few of them now, 3. But I think my first 2, I bought one of each from one of the Corvette parts dealers, which Eckler's comes to mind. I'm not even 100% sure, because I was buying and selling, parts at Midway Chevrolet and kind of dealt with them on occasion. But they had these, and they were clearancing them out at $15 a piece. And, fairly new kit at the time, but wasn't really selling for them. So I bought 2 of them. That's way back then, probably 2000, somewhere right around there. 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere right around there. But I'll show you what's going on with this. Now, this is one that I had started a long time ago. And going all out, really, just having a blast and buying and building it as best as I could. So, I got, now that I turned it upside down to show you, there's the body. Got some body work done to it. It's a white primer of some kind, or flat white, I'm not really sure. And I've done some body work to it. And I really haven't looked at this in a very long time. So, sanded off the cooler that was kind of here. But I was trying to really detail this thing out. And I had a friend that was a mentor and everything that was really into Corvettes. And he owned a 64 Corvette. So this has a lot to do with him as well, which is another reason why it's kind of stalled, but not really. But I think about him when I was building this. I got some scratches in it now from being in the box for so long. The weird funky chrome. The directions. Let me just make sure I don't lose any parts here. Really interested in directions here, but here's the chassis, and here's part of the problem with it. Now, I don't do a whole lot of wiring and whatnot, but this one, you can see, I got the spark plug wires on there. It comes with some of these fuel lines. Now, I added them, and now these are, I believe, the oil cooler. Yeah, there's the oil cooler right there. So I got, or oil filter. So these lines are for the oil filter, and they go to a remote oil filter and maybe an oil cooler. I don't even remember. It's been a really long time. Now, if you're familiar with this kit, it has channels in the bottom here that are visible. You can see I filled them, and may not have done the best job. It really didn't matter because this is a race car, and those tubes might have gotten beat up in racing and everything. And here's a spare tire. When I look at this, I can see, some of the brush painting and some of the detail work. And there's just a lot of things here that I haven't seen in a long time. But I was trying to do a lot of detailing here. You can see all the little brackets here. Those are all photo etched, all the body mounts all over this frame right here in the center. I went kind of nuts. I bought the Model Car Garage detail set, which has all of these brackets, and I removed all of the molded and plastic ones and added all of these. Oh, and you can see the tranny has no molded in linkages. I've got the linkages made from wire. So there's a lot here. Some fingerprints and some stuff that really need to be cleaned and polished and fixed up. So, this thing needs a lot of touch up, but that's a lot going on here. And I think, yeah, the distributor is broken free here. I think that might have been one of the issues, was this distributor was hitting something. Don't quite remember. Now, this one, with all of these custom parts and photo etched parts and all of these issues, I know I was running into some issues. And getting all of this stuff working and looking good, but you know, it was just getting frustrating. And I know I ended up tossing it in the box and not looking at it. Addendum there. And there's the headers, the photo etch for the headers, and there's a lot of photo etch that came in this kit. But here's the Model Car Garage photo etch kit. And let's see. I know there's a ton still here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. You can see how much of it I used, and not all of it, but more than half of it, and all those brackets and stuff. And the directions that go along with it. Which I kind of, you know, one of the rules, and it's definitely recommended if you do full-on customs like this, or with all these extra details, build the kit out of the box first, so you get an idea on how difficult it's going to be before you modify anything. But when you start modifying stuff like this and things don't fit and you get all kinds of fit issues, it gets kind of nuts. But here's more of the Model Car Garage instructions. Lots of instructions. The decals, which I had, let's see if they're in here. Yeah, here's the wheels and tires. It's funny, the chrome is starting to turn gold. Yeah, but it looks like I got a lot of reworking to do to this thing. Here's the cooler scoop. Yeah, I know I was working on these headers. I think there was a fit issue I had going on too. Trying to get these with the spark plug wires and some of the other things, and getting those headers and mounts. Yeah, because I think this needs to go like right here. I don't know. It's definitely going to be relearning and revisiting all the issues I had with this kit. Primed those. That's all for the hood. If you guys have ever built this kit, it's kind of nuts. Here's the brake booster with the photo etched brackets and everything. So there's the mount that turns it sideways. Radiator. Oh, it's been a long time. I know I was working on the interior. The interior's got to be blue, or like a dark blue. Here's the seats. Let's see, what else we got in here? The hood. All the clear stuff's still in the bag, so I've never even opened this. That's good. Radiator and some of these parts. The other header. Oh, the decals I had custom made and I grabbed from other kits. It's a good friend of mine. That's his name. I was going to put it on the roof. Painted a blue with a white stripe and the white roundels and the number 13. That was one of his favorite numbers, was the 13. So I was just kind of having fun with this. And I dealt with the guy and worked with him when I was at Midway Chevrolet. Became a really good friend and mentor and everything. And, you know, he had a 64 Corvette. I used to tease him about it. And he was slowly restoring it, but had it for a very long time. And he liked this car, and I was kind of building it for him. But he ended up getting Parkinson's. And I visited him as much as I could, hung out with him. You know, like I said, we were good friends. And helped him, worked on his Corvair. He had a 65 Corvair, and he was really into Corvairs as well. Really knew his Corvairs. And he was, you know, just really into this stuff. And we'd come over and hang out and, you know, BS and just be good friends and everything. Loved being around him. He was like a dad to me. So, and, you know, when, you know, things got kind of tough and he ended up passing away. So this one's kind of been on the back burner, and that had a lot to do with it too. Was, you know, I miss him, you know, and I had this, you know, when I think about him building this and would he have liked it and everything, and what he told me about the Corvette and what he liked and everything. That's where I got a lot of these ideas. So it's been kind of a stalled project since, you know, at least 2007, but even longer than that. But pull this thing out here and kind of show you some of it. And I really haven't seriously looked this thing over in a very long time. But this is one of the projects that I want to get done and get going, get it moving. I think part of the things that I have to do is get the body work finished and taken care of and get the interior done. But once the interior is in there, I think that's what some of my issue was I need to get the body and the interior figured out. So once the interior is placed, I can work on getting this mounted. And that's kind of what I remember here. So this thing been long stalled, and you know, as far as lost where I'm at, what I need to do, where the project is at, and just kind of get it going again. But just got a little too ambitious with all the photo etch and everything, and wanted to go full detail with this kit. Now, some kits that I've done this with where I really wanted to go all out with them, like this one, those are the ones that, you know, kind of ended up stalled, which is why I don't do a whole lot of these full detail. Yeah, look, it hits here, so maybe the front's too high or the hood, I don't remember, but with all the wires making the distributor a little bit taller, I may have to move that down. But you know, the more I'm looking at it and thinking of it, I think I really need to get the interior done and the body pretty much ironed out, but mostly the interior. That way I can figure out exactly where the chassis needs to go and what I need to do. And I think the firewall too. There's a firewall in here somewhere, or at least I think there is. But it's been a really long time since I've really looked this thing over, but pretty intimidating as far as everything that's in here and everything that needs to be done and how I envision this thing being done. And really wanted to build a bunch of these. And as a matter of fact, I even bought the Corvette Grand Sport book, which I have around here somewhere. I have to find it. And I know I did some reading on them. I have to do some more reading on them as well, because the car itself has a wonderful story, and I love it, even though it's more skunk work stuff, a car that wasn't supposed to be made but was. But anyway, that's getting into the car itself, and I love that stuff too. But I have to start brushing myself back up on this one and get this one back on the bench and start working on it. But anyway, I figured I would share this with you and some of my intimidating projects that I've stalled, and this is definitely one of them. But I really need to get this thing on the bench and just start working on it. Just pick at it a little here, a little there. It's kind of how I get back into some of these projects. Just do a little bit here, a little bit there, and when I start to feel some progress and make some landmark moments in it, they get kind of exciting and then end up getting finished. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this one, and we'll see what you guys think of it and everything. So I do appreciate your guys' comments and feedback and everything, and if you guys have built this kit or even tried to go this far into detail, which, you know, I do on occasion, but not too much. But this is kind of why, because it gets a little bit of a burnout, which is, I'm sure, what happened with this one. But anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.